because I just got off the phone. Okay, so I'm going to message this to you because I just got off the phone with someone from the courthouse in or Salem, I mean, and I didn't, get to record it because I answered it live. I didn't get to turn on my thing, which I hate when I do that because this one was so good. This one would have been so useful and helpful for everyone if I would have had a chance to do it. So what she said is so remember I gave you my court paper document and then I explained to you that I finally got that after all these years. And so she said, so I explained to her that I did get a hold of somebody at the Douglas County courthouse, and she said it was 15 pages long. And I explained to her that I live in Drain and my car's broke down. So the woman at the courthouse said I could do it online. And so I explained to her that when I went to go do it online, it doesn't work. The system for the Douglas County one did not work. And so she said, yes, they switched to the state system 2 years ago. So I was like, oh, okay. So that's why that message is at the top of that screen. They literally disabled that on purpose, and you have to go through the Oregon State to do it online, I guess. So that is what I did, and that's how I got this phone call. I was like, well, that one's not going to work. This one pulls up when I Google it, so I'll just use this one. It, had an Oregon. Oh, maybe I'll just send you the picture so you can see what I did and how I got the phone call this morning. And how that information was so useful. She said, yes, we disabled those systems. So you and I get super confused about stuff like that because we have no idea what that actually means is they disabled the system and you have to go through this system. So why doesn't their Douglas County Courthouse disabled thing to redirect you over to the state system for your records? I mean, come on, guys. That's really not that difficult. So anyway, she said 2 years ago specifically. She was super, super nice. And, and you know what else she told me? And I'm just going to pass this on to you because I also didn't know this. She said, do you want me to certify? I'm like, no, don't. That's probably not necessary. And so she gets to talking about for Social Security, like, why would does it make a difference for if it's certified? And she said, yes, if it's something like Social Security or a passport, you have to have it certified for them to accept it. So I was like, oh. So I asked her, how much more does it cost to do that? And she said $5. So I was like, oh, yeah, just do that. And that way for Social Security. So when you go to do that, if they say, do you want it certified? If it's something like that, say yes, because I didn't know myself that these agencies won't take it unless it's certified. I think that means certified in the mail. So they don't think it's like, I think the purpose of that would be so you and I don't print our own. And remember what Levi did to you? Mailed you a fake court or something weird like that. Anyway, I can't remember. Did that turn out to be fake or not? What happened in that? My brain's skipping what happened in the details in that, but I kind of remember something. But anyway, so if you have it certified, which is like $5, no big deal, then you don't have to go do it again. If you need it for this agency or that agency. So anyway, that was actually a lot of really useful information. I wanted to share it with you before I forget because I just got off the phone with her freshly. I had to click on one thing and I asked her for the audio. And she said, you have to do a separate request. So I was like, well, how do I do that? And she's like, well, no, there's a different spot where you check a different box. Like, oh, you're right. I did see that. So I just have to do another, but that's how that works. Yes, you'll have to do 2 requests if you want your papers or if you want your audio. That's how the system is working right now. So when I talk to her for the audio, maybe I'll try to make sure I record it so I can ask her the same information. I want to share that information with everyone because it's so useful. Anyway, love you. Good morning.
This one. There's the call from her. Whoa, oh. Actually,